Hi guys, welcome back again to our YouTube channel. This is Lovely and I just recently arrived here in the United States on a K1 visa. So for today's video, I'm going to share with you my experience on how we assembled the Form I-129F packet or the petition for alien fiancé. Just a disclaimer, I'm not an immigration expert or an immigration attorney. All information shared in this content is based on my personal knowledge and our experience processing our K1 visa. So the information contained in this video is for general purposes only. So the first step in the process to obtain a K1 visa is for the US citizen fiancé to file the Form I-129F with USCIS. This form aims to prove that the relationship is valid, and in the K1 visa allows the US citizen fiancé to bring the foreign fiancé to the United States for the purpose of marriage and becoming a lawful permanent resident. In the screen, guys, is a sample of picture of an actual K1 visa. So what can we learn from this video? So we are going to be discussing about the eligibility requirements of K1 visa, the checklist of required documents or evidence of relationship, the new CIS USCIS filing fee effective April 1, 2024, and where you are going to send the packet and the correct mailing address. And let's get connected from there on. So the eligibility requirements when you are filing for the petition for a fiancé visa is number 1, petitioner is a US citizen. Number 2, petitioner and the beneficiary intend to marry one another within 90 days. Number 3, the petitioner and the beneficiary are both legally free to marry. Number 4, the petitioner and the beneficiary met in person at least once within the 2-year period before filing the I-129F petition. Let us now check or proceed to the checklist or the required evidence of the relationship and the list of requirements. Here is the actual list of documents or checklist of requirements that we prepared when we submitted our petition to the USCIS. So let's talk about number 1, the form G1450. So you have to download this form if you are going to use a credit card to pay for your filing fee. Or this is what we call the authorization for credit card transaction. It would just basically ask for the petitioner's full name, the credit card billing information, and the credit card holder's billing address. Number 2 is the Form G1145, or what we call the e-notification of application or the petition acceptance form. This form is used to determine or to provide an electronic notification to the petitioner when the USCIS accepts your immigration application. Basically, it will just provide the petitioner a text message, just like on the screen, containing the receipt or the case number and what to expect about the Form I-797 or the mailing of your Notice of Action 1. Number 3 is to provide and prepare a cover letter of your I-129F or petition for alien fiancé. So the picture in the screen is basically the exact copy of the mail or the letter, cover letter that we provided or we included in our petition. From top, you have to provide the petitioner's full name, the address in the United States, and then put a date, address to USCIS, and then the mail or the checklist of requirements from 1 to 15. Everything is the exact photocopies, okay? You do not need to provide or submit an original copy of your supporting documents. Number 4 is the Form I-129F or Petition for Alien Fiancé. Bear in mind that this form have an expiration date and it changes from time to time. In the screen is the latest version of I-129F that expires March 31, 2024. You visit the official website of USCIS to be able to download the updated copy of the Form I-129F. This consists of 13 pages, and you can also include or download the instructions for petition for Philippine Fiancé, and the last part will be the additional information. Once you're done, you have to also provide a separate copy of the I-129F supplement. This is in page 8. This is your answer to page 8, part 2, question 54, or the explanation of your meeting. Okay? This is just a simple mail or simple letter that explains when did you meet, how did you meet in person and where, what transpired during your first meeting, and what is your plan for the future. Signed by the petitioner and the beneficiary with a date. Okay? Number 6 is the letter from the petitioner certifying intent to marry the beneficiary. So, what we did was we have to provide a separate letter of intent to marry for the petitioner and another separate copy of intent to marry letter for the petitioner or beneficiary. So, this is signed by the petitioner. And this is another copy of intent to marry for the beneficiary. Separate. Okay, we provided separate each copy. Don't forget to sign and put a date on it. You can copy this exact template, guys, if you feel comfortable using it. Just take a screenshot on the screen. After that, you have to provide a copy or one 2x2 color passport style photograph of the petitioner. The picture in the screen is an exact sample of visa photo available in the USCIS website, and you can also visit the website and check what is the acceptable photo. Another one is you provide a 2x2 passport style visa photo of your beneficiary. And then, once you're done, you have to provide the petitioner's US bio page passport as proof of US citizenship. Aside from the passport bio page, you can also include the petitioner's birth certificate. Okay, you have the option. So this is a sample of that. For the beneficiary, you have to provide the birth certificate copy. Since I am from the Philippines, we call it a PSA birth certificate. And then, beneficiary's Philippine passport bio page, just like this one in the screen, we also included that. We just scanned as is the colored copy of our passport bio page. Next is, don't forget to include, if applicable, the divorce decree or certificate of the petitioner. So you don't need to include or submit the original one. You just have to make sure that it's a certified true copy with a signature from the judge. Include all the pages of your divorce certificate. Number 14 is proof of singleness, or what we call the SENOMAR in the Philippines, or the Certificate of No Marriage by the beneficiary. So please take note that this SENOMAR is only valid for 6 months. So make sure that you make a timing when you request for this, and it should be still valid when you submit your petition for the I-129F. Now, once you're done, we have to go over the evidence of a bona fide relationship and what you are going to include. So for us, me and my husband met through a Christian Filipina dating website. We just basically screenshot our profile, few pictures of our first chats or conversation with a date and time. And then we also printed the terms and conditions of Christian Filipina or dating website to prove that this website is not an international marriage broker. Just include it, okay? And then we also provided our photos together, just 15 pieces or few photos of you meeting in person with your families and friends. Make a note about the place, date, and time of your meeting. Identify the names and relationship of the people in the picture. and include quality pictures together. Also, we included the hotel accommodation or the receipts from our Airbnb accommodation. We also included our chat and call logs. We just selected like 3 screenshots per month at the beginning of our conversation. At the beginning of our conversation, we just selected 3 screenshots each month, most especially the most recent or the last 6 months of our conversation. Also, don't forget to include the video calls, screenshot of your video calls with families and friends, and then you have to explain a little about the picture, the time, and date. If you also have emails for each other, you have to include, just like on the screen, so we send an email for each other, especially during special occasions, with bearing the date where it was sent and time. Aside from that, there are other supporting documents that will help prove your relationship. So we included our engagement photos, engagement receipts, the place and time where the engagement happened. We also included a copy of our plane tickets and boarding passes, so you have to secure that. You can include that in your petition. We also included passport stamps, arrival and departure, hotel accommodation receipts, witness statements by families and friends, proof of remittances, meaning if your petitioner is sending you allowance or money, you can include the receipts as proof. You can also include letters and gifts for each other. And you can also include the restaurant receipts and other transportation receipts. So for us, when we met, we just basically book a Grab, and from there we can easily retrieve the booking history from the Grab. So that's what we've printed out and included in our petition for alien fiancé. So the last part will be you include the thank you letter addressed to the USCIS. And this is the sample format. You can make a copy of this or take a screenshot. It will just basically explains that we are thanking them for reviewing our petition, and we include the contact number of the petitioner and email should they have any more questions, signed by the petitioner and the beneficiary, and with a date. Common mistakes when filing for I-129F is the entering incorrect information on the USCIS forms, not disclosing the IMBRA facts or the terms and conditions about the international marriage broker, failing to submit sufficient evidence of eligibility for K1 visa, and not being prepared for a K1 interview. Just reminders and tips for everybody out there who is planning or have not yet filed the petition. You can use a paper clips to organize everything in a folder. Always write, and don't forget to write or sign and make a date on forms when needed, especially the I-129F where the petitioner needs to sign and put a date on it. For your visa photo, since it's very small, you can use a clear small Ziploc bag and write a name at the back of your visa photo, one for the petitioner and one for the beneficiary. And then you can just put a name on it. All right? And then now when you're ready and you are ready to send, you have gathered all the supporting documents and the forms that you need, you have to check the new filing rates starting April 1 of 2024. So this is the exact USCIS new fee schedule table. For the K1 visa, the current fee is only at $535. But starting April 1, 2024, it will go up to $675 already. So you have to check and visit the USCIS official website to view the full details of the new rate implementation. Now, if you're done and you don't know or you want to know where to send your I-129F petition for alien fiancé, just to make sure that you submitted or you send your packet to the right mailing address, in the screen, if you are using the USCIS or US Postal Service or the USPS, you have to use this address, USCIS Attention I-129F, PO Box 660151 in Dallas, Texas. This is for USPS. Now, if you're using FedEx, UPS, and DHL deliveries and other courier deliveries, you can use the address below, and the address is in Louisville, Texas, with a different PO Box. Or Louisville 660151, the same PO Box but a different address in Texas. Okay? I'm going to share with you guys our actual packet sent via USPS. So when we filed, we use a priority mail so that we can have a tracking number. We can track the movement of our packet until it was delivered to the correct PO Box address in Dallas. And after that, once the USCIS receives your packet or petition and they opened your packet, you will receive, or the petitioner will receive, a notice of action 1, or what we call the NOAA 1. In this sample, with the case number and priority date, the name of the beneficiary, and the name and address of your petitioner. Okay? So once you're done and we are set to go, you can now submit your petition, and good luck to everybody who is filing for the petition for the I-129F before the start of the increase of the new rates. So let's get connected. I'll be posting more videos about I-129F or visa process. We are currently in the process of waiting. We're waiting for our adjustment of status approval. So hopefully, guys, I'll be sharing with you more about our experience. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below and let's get connected. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Thank you for watching and have a good day.